Welcome to a special Yahrzeit edition of the short Vort on parshiyos Vezos Habrachah Bereishis. The last parsha of the Torah and the first one are connected via the topic of the ephemeralness of life, which I think is a fitting topic for a Yahrzeit edition for my father, Harav Naftali ben Rav Yitzchak Isaac Zichronim Levracha Arini Kaparas Mishkavo, which will be on the 27th of Tishrei this year, Monday night to Tuesday after Sukkot. In Devarim, Perek Lamed Dalet, Pasuk Aleph, talk about the death of Moshe. Vayal Moshe me'arvos Moav el Har Nevo. Moshe went up from the plains of Moab to Har Nevo, which is where he died. I noticed in the next pasuk in Lamed Dalet Beis is probably the only pasuk in Chumash or even all of Tanakh that has both my name and my father's name together in one. Beis called Naftali. Es Eretz Efraim. Vayamas Moshe Eved Hashem, and then Vayivku Bnei Yisrael es Moshe. So it says that Moshe, the servant of Hashem, died, and Bnei Yisrael, they cried for Moshe. I also noticed that the Torah does not say Toldos Moshe the way it does by other people. Something we've seen several times before in Bereishis and beyond, where it says Eila Toldos, this person or this thing. One time, for example, in Bamidbar, Perek Gimel Pasuk Aleph, the Torah says, "Ve'ela Toldos Aaron uMoshe biyom diber Hashem es Moshe b'Har Sinai." These are the offspring of Aaron and Moshe on the day that Hashem spoke to Moshe at Har Sinai. However, the Torah continues and mentions the sons of Aaron, but it doesn't mention the offspring of Moshe Rabbeinu. Rashi deduces from this that one who teaches someone's son Torah, it is as if and considered as if they had given birth to the student, which is why it mentions Moshe's name here together with his nephews. This is a truly insightful lesson. However, this parsha seems to be an unusual place to teach it. Parshas Bamidbar focuses on the census, the counting of the Bnei Yisrael. Wouldn't it be more fitting to mention this lesson or something that pertains more to the significance of Talmud Torah in a parsha which has many mitzvos, such as Mishpatim, which has all the civil laws, the dinim, and Mishpatim and other mitzvos? What is conveyed by this lesson of teaching this lesson here in Bamidbar? The answer is that Torah infuses every aspect of life. Even a census has to be conducted in the proper manner and for the proper reasons. Moshe gave over the entire Torah to Aaron's children, yet he would be considered as a father to them for having imparted this lesson alone. Meanwhile, in Bereishis, Perek Hey Pasuk Aleph, before listing the lives and births and deaths of 10 generations, the pasuk starts Zeh Sefer Toldos Adam. As the Orach Chaim and others comment, Toldos refers to Banim and Masim Tovim. To relate this to what I said before, my father lived a Torah-infused life. He was born on the Lower East Side, and although he wasn't a Yeki, he was punctual, and he embodied the Torah im Derech Eretz philosophy of Rav Shamshon Raphael Hirsch. He was smart and well-educated, athletic, and had a good sense of humor. He was well-versed in Torah and secular studies and played a great game of paddleball. He was a rabbi, a principal, and a popular teacher, and of course, a fantastic father and husband. He was a teacher. He taught in public school, in Talmud Torahs, and in yeshivas. He taught in shul, and he taught at home. The first line of his matzeva, his monument, represents the nun of his name, Naftali. Nero, Heir Bat Torah, the Mishpachto Ulatalmido. His candle lit in Torah to his family and to his students. In addition to his legacy of 3 generations of Torah true descendants, his Toldos of Midos include, but not, of course, limited to, one story we're told is that he was willing to risk himself for others. By the Shiva, we were told about a neighbor who was being attacked by a Doberman pinscher that was of another neighbor, and at his own risk, my dad went and saved him. Also, while he was an assistant head counselor in a day camp, there was one time he was stung 19 times by angry bees or wasps as he risked himself to rescue young campers who were being attacked by a swarm whose hive was disturbed in the woods. He cared for his wife and parents and family. As the eldest of his cousins, he stood up for them, and he was there for his children. He lived a Torah life, learning Torah and halacha and teaching hundreds of students who integrated Torah lessons into secular studies. Vezos Hashem, I should be zocheh to share more about him in the future years. In my most special short Vort, the Yahrzeit edition of my mother, Gittel Bas Moshe, 5783, the last year of my father's earthly life, I was fortunate to have him share his perspective of my mother and his life with her. He described his marriage to her as Gan Eden. Life with my wife was like Gan Eden. Adam and Chava started in Gan Eden, but were kicked out. My parents' souls are united again in a spiritual Gan Eden. Tehi nishma son, tzura b'tzor hachayim.